Sad.
Mrs. Grant looks interested in whatever Samuel's saying. Hi, Miss Grant.
Max, you always show up when I'm talking about you. I'm still bragging about you and the other students making Blackwell surveillance free.
I was hoping you could explain some of these crazy things happening in Arcadia Bay.
If I could, I'd be collecting my Nobel Prize in Science today. I haven't been able to wrap my mind around that eclipse, much less the snow in Wales.
There must be a scientific explanation, right?
When my friends at NASA tell me they can't explain a solar eclipse without a single theory as to how or why, maybe it's time to get worried. Like they are.
I am worried about reality. I feel like it's changing right in front of us.
You and Samuel both. We were talking about that before you came over. Our planet is changing, but it's not mystic. It's erosion.
You think that's why all these animals are dying here?
Well, our shoreline has been receding, not to mention the daily contamination of the ocean. That's all you need to kill off sea and wildlife here. Unless you know something I don't.
I wonder if the Tobanga knows more than anybody here.
Oh, Max, nobody even knows who brought the Tobanga here. It was likely stolen from the South Pacific by local fishermen. But I know what you're saying. There's a lot of energy here.
I was looking for Nathan Prescott, and I thought he might be in your class.
I'm surprised, Max. I didn't think you and Nathan were exactly friends.
No way. I just have to, ask him a question.
I saw him leaving campus looking angrier than usual. But to be honest, Max, Nathan hasn't been too well lately. You might know more about that than me.
Too much.
I can tell. You look like you have more than a question on your mind. Maybe asking Nathan isn't such a good idea right now. You hear me, Max?
I don't think surveillance would have helped, Kate Marsh.
Who needs surveillance when we have Maxine Caulfield? You did a wonderful thing. And now we have to make sure Kate gets the help she needs. Do you need to talk to a counselor?
Blackwell Academy needs the help. There's something terrible going on here. You see it, right?
This week hasn't been Blackwell's finest hour. But me and some faculty members won't rest until all the students here feel safe, not bullied.
Kate was drugged at the Vortex Club party and bullied by them until she ended up on the roof. How do you stop that?
Shut down that damn Vortex Club for a start. I don't mean to get riled up, but that party should have been postponed. It's extremely tasteless given what happened with Kate.
So why doesn't Principal Wells stop the party? To be honest, he doesn't seem to care about what's going on here.
Raymond Wells has saved this school from financial disaster, and he cares more than you know. You're wise, but don't be so quick to judge everybody.
You're right. I just wish this could be the school that I dreamed about before I came here.
I hear you, Max. I love seeing you and Warren and all my students at your best here. But you're all too young to be so cynical. But you truly give me hope.
I'm sorry, Miss Grant. I have to get going. I'll see you later.
It's always good talking to you, Max.
Good. Nathan is not around. I should go back to Chloe.
As Michelle
That's cool to see that Samuel's not alone for once.
Arcadia Bay is scared too. Look at the weather. And the animals.
Not to mention poor...
How are you doing, Max? Been a tough week. I know.
Yes, it has, Samuel. How are you?
Sad and confused like everybody else in Arcadia Bay. You look like you have a lot of questions, too.
More questions than answers.
Samuel is always here to talk.
Have you seen Nathan Prescott around?
I try not to.
So, what do you know about Nathan?
I know enough to not want to know anymore.
Well, okay. Enough said. You know a lot of Blackwell secrets, so I thought you could help me.
Max, I'm a custodian, not a psychic. I can only help by warning you to be careful.
I actually just talked to Kate Marsh in the hospital. She's doing so much better.
Because of you, Max. That was quite a rescue.
Samuel, you're the eyes of Blackwell. Did you know Kate was being bullied?
Most everyone makes fun of me. But Samuel warned them about Kate. I hate bullies, Max.
I believe you.
Kate just needed some more helpful spirits like her friend Max. I hope she finds them now.
Do you ever talk with David Madsen?
He talks to me. I listen.
That's how David operates.
He sees things, not people. But I think he sees you, Max.
Why do you say that?
Because you both see with cameras.
I think you have better vision than both of us.
No, Max. I just look at everything from a different angle.
I definitely have questions about what's happening to the animals in Arcadia Bay.
Oh, many do. These poor creatures have no choice in what happens to them.
How can anybody explain all those poor beached whales?
My dad was a fisherman, and he'd take me out to hear the whales sing. Now they just cry.
Do you think this is some kind of eco-disaster, or...
I think it's more than that. Somebody is causing all this to happen.
You think so, Samuel?
You and Arcadia Bay are connected by time and tide. So, next time I have a question, I'm coming to you.
Well, I'm glad to see your squirrels are still healthy and happy on the campus.
Me too. If something happened to them... Oh...
Not as long as you're here to take care of them, Samuel.
The only thing that calms them is food. Lots of food. Which reminds me that I have to feed them now.
Kate Marsh.
We all need to look out for each other these days.
Get that food in your belly. How would you like a partner for a quick photo op?
Samuel misses his squirrels.
Sorry to bother you again, Samuel.
There's no bother here, Max.
I definitely have questions about what's happening to the animals in Arcadia Bay.
Oh, many do. These poor creatures have no choice in what happens to them.
What do you think about all those dying birds?
Samuel had to bury dozens near the Tabanga.
Is that cool with the Tabanga?
We'll find out if the souls of the bird move on. Not that we can prove it.
It's so ominous.
Unless it's fate, then it doesn't matter.
I still have a million questions about what's happening to Arcadia Bay.
That must be why Miss Gant says you're one of her favorite students at Blackwell.
Even though Miss Grant likes me, I have zero science skills to explain that eclipse.
As I was just saying to her, that's because science has no explanation. Well, no offense to Miss Grant here, but This is just the beginning.
Beginning of what?
Oh, I don't believe anything ever ends. Especially time. That's why I can sense something bigger is coming to Arcadia Bay. And Max, I don't like it at all.
I keep thinking that Rachel Amber has a few answers. If we can find her.
If Rachel wants to be found.
Do you think she's alive?
She'll always be alive in our hearts. Sometimes that's all we have left.
But
Max, all I can tell you is to stay on your path and you'll find what you're looking for. Rachel Amber is waiting too.
I'd rather be in her class than the Vortex Club.
Yes, you would. Rachel saw right through them.
She's not the only one.
Nobody should be trapped in the Vortex Club. Get out now, Max, while time is on your side.
I'm sorry. I better get going now.
That's so ironic that Warren asked Max to the drive-in.
Brooke doesn't look happy that I'm going ape with Warren. Hey, Brooke. How are you?
I'm here as usual. By the way, thanks for helping Kate down. Are you okay?
I need to find Nathan. Have you seen him around?
Ask Warren. I mean, you're going to the movies with him and everything.
Okay, Brooke. But right now I'm trying to find Nathan.
Warren's not good enough for you? Okay. I saw Nathan pissed and walking off campus earlier. Good luck getting that date, Max.
I can't get my limited brain around that eclipse and the beached whales. I was hoping the science department had some ideas.
Warren and I are supposed to compare notes and theories this weekend.
That makes sense. 2 big brains are better than 1. Or mine.
We'd get the Nobel Prize if we could explain this phenomenon, but even Miss Grant has no clue.
I might feel better taking your drone for a quick flight.
Miss Grant finally gave up and let me fly her again. But you're going to the drive-in with Warren, so you don't have time to fly my drone.
Really? I can't fly your drone because I'm going to see ape movies with Warren?
You are perceptive, Max. Now, excuse me. My drone needs me. That's so ironic that Warren asked Max to the drive-in.
One photo. For posterity. I'm glad Samuel let me know about these rocks. Rest in peace, birdies.
Wait till the game.
Coast is clear. It would be so cool if you and me were going to school here together.
But now you can have Mr. Jefferson all to yourself.
Ah, you suck. Now let's get into Blackwell Ninja mode.
It's so lame they don't have co-ed dorms here.
Yes, because I want Nathan Prescott in the room next door.
Good point.
Wait here. Give me the signal if Nathan or anybody shows up.
I won't let you down, Batmax.
Now I just have to find Nathan's room.